Good evening, everyone, for another round of AM2 Contest of Speed. We are here at Austria tonight, and I am your host for the night, Cam Tizzle, followed by with my co-commentator, DK Nortec.
You're
Tonight should be a interesting race around the Red Bull Ring, and I am very excited to see what is in store for us tonight. Maybe we'll get some adverse weather during the race. Curious to see what kind of conditions our drivers will be racing in tonight, but for now, it'll be a dry quali. And want to lead off with, last week we had two penalties. There was, if I can pull it up, Red Arrow, he ended up prematurely starting the countdown clock, and that got him a penalty point, and the Inception receives a connection reprimand. It was excluded from the results. So everyone that was 7th place on down ended up getting bumped up a spot. If you want to see how that affected the standings, you can go check out the standings in the Discord, or if you want to check out the stream from last week, you'll be able to see who exactly got moved up. DK, do you have any thoughts about this track and what we might expect to see tonight?
I'm going to expect with the way the pace was last week in Australia, these guys are relatively close. We got two favorites, I think, in the Ferraris, Fragley and Serrazzle. But I think those two are still going to be strong tonight. Look for, obviously, DRS train here at Austria. It's all going to be about riding along till those last couple laps and seeing when you make your move to gain those positions.
Definitely can't disagree with you on that about Fragley and Serrazzle being the two favorites for tonight. Van Duke coming off his first contest speed win last week. It'll be interesting to see if he is able to keep up the momentum and maybe find himself another win or a podium finish. See how his form continues on this week. Other drivers to look out for, we expect IO to be pretty decently quick, so he didn't have the greatest performance last week, but maybe this week he'll be able to bounce back. Red Arrow, I think, if I remember right, did all right. B Boogie had a pretty good outing. Who else is there? I think FTG for a while, if I'm not mistaken, also had a pretty decent start. But then there's also the unknowns of Heavy Chalice, for example, who, due to unfortunate circumstances, got DSQ'd at the beginning of the race last week. So he actually didn't even get to show us what he's made of. So he is an unknown for this evening.
Yeah, qualified on, I think, P1? I think he qualified P1 last week, but going on board with Heavy Chalice real quick, him and his teammate Bandu are about to come across the line to complete some laps here, and they are back-to-back. As Bandu goes P4, Heavy Chalice P2, so some slipstream game coming from the McLaren out there in qualifying.
Yeah, saying we get two solid times at that. Fragley and Serrazzle with their first set of times pretty close to one another, but haven't quite broken into the 104s. See how they do later on during this qualifying session. I'm going to go pan over to Beige Rage. He is currently on a lap. He's one of the two at the moment who are on a lap, who hasn't set a time yet. So we'll see how he does cross the line. Is there any, like, maybe sleeper picks maybe you're thinking tonight? Anyone we might not have mentioned?
I don't think so. I think just these first couple laps, I think everybody that we've kind of mentioned are up there. There is a newcomer, I believe. Either he's a new or he wasn't here last week, but CCR up there in P1 right now. He seems to be fairly quick.
Yes, I'm definitely not familiar with him, so definitely seems to be new if you don't know who he is. So Beige Rage ended up setting a 108.0. Definitely not probably what he was looking for. Must have been a mistake somewhere, but I think C9 Wolf also has it in him to get a pretty decent time, and he's about to come across the line here. This is a 105.7. Solid banker lap for sure, but he'll definitely need more than that if he's going to find himself into the top 10.
Oh yeah, qualifying is super tight. The entire top 12 within a second of each other, roughly.
ASAP Loggy, he just finished his second lap of qualifying and was just 1700ths of a second shy of his PB. Bandu is currently up 1.5 tenths through the second sector. Coming through the double left-handers here. He's got a car in front of him. He might be able to catch a little bit of a tow. He was given the tow to his teammate on their first lap around, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe he'll get a little something out of here. As he comes across the line with a 104.8, and it's just going to put him in P2. Solid lap from Bandu. I expect the times to get down to like 104.5s. I expect somebody to at least do it.
People get more comfortable with the car.
Red Devils.
Well, it's also, we have no idea what the weather's going to be like for the race, so we have no idea what these setups are.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm going to go on a whim and just guess that it's going to be a dry race. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see for sure. Whitjay is currently not on a lap. We'll pan over to his teammate, which I don't think is on a lap either.
No, I think Red Arrow seems to be pushing, but no, he's on 100% ERS. I think he's getting ready to go right now, actually.
Yeah, at least watch him through the first sector. Actually, real quick, I'm going to pan over to Drag King. Drag King is up 2 tenths through the first sector. Yeah, definitely used Red Devils. I mean, Red Arrow's definitely starting a lap here. We'll at least check out his first sector.
Another quick guy from Australia. Showed a lot of pace in the wet. Hopefully in the dry with Austria, really being a real equalizer of a track in a way. Look for him to be still up there this week.
It's a night and day difference. Red Arrow was only up 2,400 through the first sector. Drag King is actually up 4 tenths coming around through the final corner. Oh, he must have lost time somewhere after the second, what's it called, sector.
Red Arrow is 4 tenths down in the second sector.
Based off Drag King's first 2 sectors, it showed that a 104.3 was possible for him. He just ended up making a mistake somewhere. We're going to check out the Serrazzle. He is, I believe, on a lap. Yeah, he is on a lap, so we'll check out here. I missed his split time.
You're getting a little tow from that car in front. I think it's Aston Martin. Can't tell which one it is right now.
Saints Russell coming through the first of the double left-handers. No problem, Summers. He's coming through the double left-hander. Oh, a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic. But he's down 2 thousandths. Be curious to see how much time he really lost. Yeah, he's going to the pits.
Yep. He compromised his entry right there.
I didn't catch who that was exactly. I think Inception actually just set a new fastest lap for himself. Put himself in P7 with a 105.2. P5 onto P11. Sorry to cut you off. P5 onto P11, P12, all within like 3 tenths of a second. Less than 3 tenths. Some really close times in the midfield.
Yep, something you can always inspect at Austria, because there's not a whole lot of places really to gain time, but there's definitely a lot of places to lose it if you're offline just the slightest a bit.
That is definitely the most like perfect way you could have ever put that. Like definitely hard to gain time here.
Yes. I always find this track for myself just hard on race pace, because you're constantly trying to stay in the DRS train, and I always burn my tires up.
Right. IO's up on his time by about 0.05 of a second. About to come up to the second sector split. Looking forward to a good performance out of him tonight. He's down 5/10 still. Bacon, to answer your question, me, Cam Tizzle is on comms, followed with DK Nortec as co-com. Beige
I'm
Rage,
watching.
he just set a lap that's a little bit better, but yeah, still a little bit far off.
Watching Fragley, he was a 10th in Sector 1. He is 2/10 up on his Sector 2 time. Fragley putting in a fly right here. Could be provisional P2, I want to say. Unless he picks up a lot of time here in Sector 3. Coming around the final corner. Good shift. Watch the track limits. DRS wide open.
And he
Fragley,
goes on pole.
P1. Yep. Provisional P1, 4.639.
Good lap from Fragley. And we'll see if Drag King has anything to match him. He's about to start a lap right here. I'm gonna check out the first sector. Actually, is Red Arrow about to complete a lap? No, he's not. We'll come back to him.
Drag King is the guy to watch right now, I would say.
Absolutely.
Coming across the first sector split, 2/10 up. So even faster than what he's already gone. A little squirrely coming out of turn 3 there. I hate how that's turn 3 now. But
right. That 2/10 will be good enough to get him on pole. If he doesn't need any more time, but I'm sure he'll like more.
yeah, he's using a lot of ERS though.
Red Arrow did not improve on his lap at the moment. Even more time. Well, 4/10 now.
Drag King 3 up, 4/10 down or up.
Sarazzle looks to be up 7/100ths of a second. He's going to need a bit more than that with Drag King on the track at the moment, setting a flyer.
Yeah, Drag King's going to come out. This should be P1 provisionally. Yep, 4.4, so faster than what you predicted, Kim.
I knew someone was at least going to get to the 5s. I mean, he just got under it. Just barely. Sarazzle, though, he is down 1.138 seconds. He's just going to dip to the pits again. He might have enough time for just another run. Inception,
yeah,
I think, set a better time. I can't tell if this is his lap or not.
It is a lap. He is a 10th down right now. Just caught the split. Yeah, getting down to it. 4:40 to go in qualifying. These are whenever everybody's going to be trying to put in their fastest laps. Track's rubbered in nice and good.
Yeah, Inceptions. Yeah, maybe he's back down this lap, or maybe this is his cool down lap or something. Make a rib. He's going to the pits. Just panned over to him. Went over Inception. Red Arrow. He is down half his 10th.
He is on one, and yep, like you said.
Yeah, we're about to have a lot of guys, I'm sure, come out.
Sector 2. Yep, Red Arrow is about even where he's at right now, down half a 10th. Yep. He's out of ERS too, so that's not going to help him.
Absolutely.
He slides it through the penultimate and runs wide.
Yeah, the rest of the wide there. That's going to be that for him. Maybe he might be able to get back in just in time.
He's going to have to hustle. Heavy Chalice right now up half a 10th. Doing his lap. Like you said last week, one of those drivers we didn't really get to see the potential out of on race pace due to the unfortunate circumstances of last week.
Coming through the double left-hander here, about to hit the second sector split. And it'll be up 4/10.
Oh, up 4/10. There you go.
Does he have any more in the third sector? I think he's going to need a little bit more than that. Just a tad.
Just to get P1, yes, but definitely to get on that front row. You want to be on that front row here, especially on the starts. And
just shy of P1.
What a lap that was.
7,000ths of a second is going to be the difference between P1 and P2 as it stands. Still not over yet. There's still drivers who are going to be setting laps. But
Yep.
as at the moment, we guess Fragley,
Red
Van
Arrow
Dude,
did not go
Serazzle,
in.
they're
Sorry.
out of the pits. They're on the outlaps at the moment.
Yep, Red Arrow did not go in. He charged up, and it looks like he's going to charge up again. Oh, he's out of gas.
He's
He's out
invalidated
of gas.
also at the moment.
Oh, yep. I see that.
Yeah, Heavy Chalice if he does stay out on the track. Yeah, so we'll see if he goes for another lap. Maybe he's got another run at it. But for now, we're going to check out with Serazzle. He's about to check across the first sector split. He's up 2/10. That's a good sign. He really needs it. He's had a lot of attempts. He just hasn't been able to put, that dream lap together.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was him or Fragley that got messed up, but there's another racing bull up there ahead of him. Hopefully he stays out of the way.
Fragley's up a 10th. Serazzle's about to hit that second sector split here. Up 2/10.
Up 2/10, ran wide a little bit through there to turn, I believe that's 5.
Did I say Fragley or Serazzle? But I meant Serazzle if I said Fragley.
Serazzle, yes.
Yeah, Fragley coming through the second sector. Not really much to gain. Serazzle coming across the line here. He's going to be P4 behind his teammate for now as it stands. Bandute, he's currently on a lap as well. Fragley and Serazzle are about to finish laps.
Yep, and that's going to do it for the Ferrari boys after this.
Oh, and just a little shy. Nothing doing there.
Van Dute's about a 10th up. See what he does coming across the line. Goes up to P3.
Maybe a double McLaren podium start. 2-3 for the McLarens, 4-5 for the Ferraris.
Yep, I'm really impressed with Bandit so far. I know it's only been one race, but one race and through this qualifying, showing a lot of improvement in pace from previous seasons.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely excited to see him in AM2.
I mean, championship leader right now.
Right? So, technically, yeah.
So there you go.
Championship leader. Don't really think anyone else is on a lap that's notable. Maybe Red Arrow or Whitjay. I mean, Whitjay is down 4/100ths of a second at the moment. I'd say Whitjay is a sleeper pick though for sure to get like a good finish tonight. I don't know if he'll get a podium or whatever, but I mean, I could see him like getting close to like P5.
If he gets his strategy right, I could definitely see Whitjay up there fighting for the top 5 for sure.
He's still down just a little bit. Whitjay being a long-time racer here in Contest of Speed, he's definitely a solid driver, very clean. Never been necessarily the fastest, but he's definitely consistent.
Consistent and difficult to pass. Really difficult to pass.
He's going to cross the line with no further gains here, and I think this is going to be everyone else is into the pits. So yeah, at the moment we got Drag King, P1, Heavy Chalice P2, followed by Bandute P3, Fragley P4, Serazzle P5, Red Arrow P6, Deception P7, B-Boogie P8, Whitjay P9, Hysteria P10, then followed by FTG, ASAP Laggy, Rob's Boy, Io, McRibs, Soul Flat Top, C9 Wolf, Beige Rage, Seventh Flame, and Hypnotic. Is it Hypnotic? Is that how you want to pronounce it?
I'm going to say Hypnotic, yes.
Yeah.
That is what I'm going to say. But Drag King, as far as we know, Contest of Speed debut, puts it on pole.
I'm going to say a heck of a way to do it. Look at these gaps. So like 7 thousandths of a second, 69 thousandths of a second, and then between P7 and P13, pretty much 3/10 difference.
I mean, the whole top 15 is within a second.
Right.
So
we definitely do well with tier placement, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Contest of Speed, being the best racing league out there.
Being one of the closest, that outside of like PSGL.
Yeah. I mean, this is AM2 as well too. I believe AM2 is one of the probably the best tier in the league with as far as like race pace and everybody being so close.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can definitely agree with that. It's definitely the most entertaining of the tiers from my personal like experience, driving and watching.
yeah. I think I've been in AM2 for 5, 6 seasons now, and every season it is a battle all the way to the last race.
Absolutely. I've been a part of one of those.
That is true. I do remember. Was that season 14?
Nah, season 10 is when I finished
I
P2.
thought you were in. I thought you were in season 14 with us there, like the last half of it.
Um, I mean, yeah, like the last half. I don't remember how like the standings were for that though. I think I was just
Uh,
coming back out from like basic training and all that.
oh boy, basic training.
Oh yeah. But anyways, about to
Here
get
we go.
started here. We got 5 red lights, and we are underway here at the Australian Grand Prix. It looks like Heavy Chalice got the jump on Drag King. Drag King not getting a good start. Ooh, and one of the
Record.
Ferraris is
Oh,
looking
there.
to overtake both of the McLarens. That is
Almost went
Fragley.
3 wide. Yeah,
Oh,
Fragley
it's
up there
beautiful.
coming for P2.
It's a beautiful shot seeing the McLarens on the inside of the track with the Ferraris on the outside right next to them. It's picture perfect right there. But both of the Ferraris have jumped the McLarens right off the start. Van Dude, I don't really think gained or lost anything. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he might have lost one spot. But
Yeah, both McLarens definitely lost one spot because Ferrari started behind them.
I think B Bogey. I don't. Let me pull up the details real quick for position changes. Yeah, B Boogie lost a few spots. Yeah, Bandu, Heavy Chalice down 2.
Yep.
Good clean
We're
start
gonna
though.
get DRS.
Got
Oh, we got a Mercedes C9 Wolf in the back, slow.
had a must have been some contact or something. Maybe caught too much curb through that double left-hander onto the exit of that. But after the first
And
lap
let
though, Drag
the
King still keeps the lead.
I was gonna say let the DRS train commence as everybody in the whole field is within DRS except C9 Wolf, but it's gonna be very interesting as Fragley throws it down the inside and takes the lead of the race, and his teammate Serrazzle is on the inside too. Gonna burn some battery headed down the turn 4.
Looks like we got someone with some insider information in the chat saying that rain is predicted. I need to check out the tires actually. With that being said, we got a decent amount of hard runners. I wonder if it's like that was just the strategy they wanted anyways, or if they are just going to try to go long. So if that's the case, we can expect possibly that these guys on the hard tires are going to run these long.
Yep. I would always want to start on the hards here too because I don't want to be on the fastest tire at the end of the race, just given how short the lap is here.
Right. But an undercut is definitely very strong here, though. So, like, if the rain only comes in the last couple laps, the guys on the mediums might actually be doing all right.
Pretty status quo as it was last week. A Ferrari 1-2. Drag King looking up the inside of Serrazzle right here. Oh, almost some contact.
Further back, Red Arrow was looking to make a move on Bandup, but doesn't look like he gained anything from that. Or my mistake. I think it was Inception that he made a move on. With Jay also further back, battling along with Inception. When someone's car is ghosted, I didn't quite catch what happened. I wish I'd just stayed at the front for that. But Serrazzle was ghosted for a second and lost out to Drag King and almost lost out to Bandute as well.
My bad. I was checking the chat. You said ghosted cars, and I was like, oh, let me look and see if I need to invite anybody.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I think it was a contact-induced one. Something that I did not quite see, but yeah, Fragley's doing pretty all right at the moment. I don't think he's going to be able to handle the DRS coming up here, but they got themselves a pretty decent little gap, though, after that little kerfuffle with that Serrazzle had with whomever in the back. And Bandute maybe looking forward down the inside. He does not decides better to that. While Red Arrow has actually gained a spot on Heavy Chalice. He's taking advantage of maybe a little bit of an accordion effect.
Definitely accordion's up going
line.
into turn 3. Yep.
Heavy Chalice
good move from Red Arrow there.
Fragley is real close to Drag King at the moment. Almost looking like he was wanting to make a pass on that second left-hander. I don't know the turn numbers off the top of my head, so hopefully nobody in the chat roasts me for like, that's turn 7, man. I don't know if that's turn 7. I just threw out a number, but
I think there's only like what, 11 turns on this track.
Yeah, something along that line. Since Drag King sets the fastest lap, 107.348. Coming into the 5th lap of the race here, Van Doot might. He was a lot closer than before that turn, but Fragley and Drag King side by side here. Fragley gets the move done. Heavy Chalice is back through on Red Arrow. Ooh, and Red Arrow must have got caught out on the curb because he's lost another spot to Inception. FTG is past Widjay.
I'm going to point out 2 penalties already for track limits. That's another big thing that's going to come into play by the end of this race.
Yes. Excuse me. Yeah, turn 1, the exit turn 1, and I'd say like the second to final corner leading up to where we're going to right now is definitely going to be those 2 hot spots for penalties.
Yeah, that one, and I'd throw the final corner, the exit of the final corner too.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
Yep.
A lot of these corners are really easy to, if you're pushing just a tad too hard.
And especially at turn 1, how the track kind of comes back towards you.
Right.
The track limits does. It's very easy to run wide there.
And
Drag King is looking for something on Fragley. I think this is going to be a theme of the race, is these 3 guys constantly switching positions.
Yeah, I could definitely see him trade race positions a lot throughout the race, because like, especially when you got guys who are just so close on pace, it's really just becomes just like, just DRS switching, just letting the guy go. You get your turn at it, he gets his turn at it. It's just gonna keep going on and on and on until like pit stops come around and really break things up.
Yeah, but the entire top 8 within DRS range of each other. Throw in the top 9. So make that the entire top 12 now, all within DRS range of each other.
Absolutely beautiful to see. I'd say something that's also indicative, like when it comes to like battles for the top at this track, is like seeing the ERS management of each driver. Like I personally say whichever driver is burning more is generally the one that's kind of a little slower, because they feel the need possibly to have to use more to keep up. As Fragley and Drag King are going to go at it again, and I think it might have been a little bit of DRS chicken from Fragley.
Yep, and we got 3 drivers out there. Bandu's coming in there. He's there under braking in turn 1 as well. Fragley's going back down the inside of Drag King. We're going to go 2 wide through turn 4. And Fragley is back in the lead, and his teammate Serrazzo's kind of looking there, but he's going to fall back in line.
And Sulflat, another driver who just got 3-second track limit penalties. It's only lap 7, and we're getting penalties out here.
Yep, definitely going to come into the play. I think about the top 6, really probably have the, what's the word I want to say? Discipline to really watch that.
Absolutely, but if any one of those drivers get a 3-second penalty, it's pretty much GG's for them as far as contention for the win goes. And Drag King looking to pass in turn 1.
Turn 1. That is not an ideal place. That's going to stack a lot of people up. Everybody coming down into turn 3.
Maybe he wants a chaos. Maybe he wants to break this up. Maybe
they're going to go 3 wide. 3 wide through turn 3 right there.
Didn't really get the best angle of that, but
Drag King lost out all the way back to P4 now. And here comes Bandut. Oh, it's a razzle.
He gets into
he gets into the back of Fragley a little bit. These guys are, throw a blanket over him and just let him go.
Well, Bandut's gonna stake it there. No, he's not. He's not gonna commit enough. Serrazzo hanging around the outside.
And not an ideal place right there. Still early in the race, though. Just take your time. You know, ride in the train a little bit. You know, we want to see excitement at the end. Make it to the end and then go crazy.
Oh, B Boogie and Rob's boy, they're going a little side by side through the second and final corner. B Boogie putting himself into 10th place.
Good showing. Now the Ferraris. This is where I think the Ferraris kind of just need to control this race as much as they can and not race each other too much.
Oh, and Drag King goes ahead and sends it on Van Dude, and he's gonna looks like he's gonna get that spot. And he's gonna have the ERS or something, or the momentum coming into this next corner, and Van Dude looking to the go down the inside. Drag King holding the outside line. It could be a really dangerous corner to go out too wide.
Drag King is using a lot of ERS. He's sitting at like 4% right now.
And that's what I was saying. Like the driver who uses just a little too much, more than the others, kind of gives you a sign of might not be on pace. Had a really good qualifying,
retirement. Mr.
Oh,
Bo
that's two cars.
And that's a safety car.
That's two cars that were off, I'm pretty sure. ASAP got caught up in that. Drivers are coming into the pits. Who's coming into the pits? All of the medium runners.
Yep.
Got some hard runners in the back end of the field here coming in. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Serrazo's got a penalty.
Oh, Heavy Chalice goes to inners.
Inners? No shot.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite that close. I mean, prove me wrong, but I don't think that was, you know, what he was aiming for.
Maybe that was it.
I think maybe he had already like pre-selected it like manually once he like started the race, you know, and maybe forgot to change it back.
That is unfortunate because it's not. I mean, unless it's going to start raining under the safety car. I mean, it is getting cloudy.
Absolutely. Another thing of note is that the guys at the top end of the field who have been undoubtedly our quickest so far, they're going to be on some old tires.
That is true. Old hards, too. And I don't know if you noticed this. Serrazo did pick up a 3-second time penalty.
I did not notice that.
Somewhere on that lap where the safety car came out.
But what I was going to be alluding to, though, is that you might be seeing guys like Red Arrow, Inception, maybe, okay, I would say Boogie, but he's on softs. Maybe those guys went on softs because maybe the rain is coming that soon. But they don't think it's going to be coming right now.
I really hope, for his sake, I really hope Heavy Chalice pulled off a masterclass of a strategy call right here.
As say last week at Australia, I think Silent Apex, I'm pretty sure for our race, he was the only person who pitted for intermediate tires, and after 2 laps, the rain started coming down, and he actually finished P2. On that safety car restart, I'm pretty sure he was like kind of near the back end of things. So it's definitely worth a shot. I just don't think it's worth a shot if you're in like 6th place. I think that's a decision you make if you're like further like outside the top 10.
Yeah. There's another car back there, C9 Wolf. He also put on the entries as well. So is the rain gonna arrive during the safety car? Because it's definitely gonna be out another lap at least.
According to Pablo's sources, I wonder who your sources are, Pablo. I wonder who your sources are. Inners, you said right now, are chalked. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I'm assuming they're about ready to get on all our cars, I guess.
We all know Pablo supports anybody who's in a McLaren, so he's probably like, could be right, could be wrong.
And anyone who's in a McLaren and has a name that rhymes with Fan Toot.
There we go. Point proven. Yeah, don't worry, Pablo. I remember the Orlando fan club from last year. That's all you guys talked about.
Pablo is probably, at least from what I've seen, Bandude's biggest supporter.
Oh, there we go.
The Bandit fan club is definitely headed by Pablo.
There we go. Oh, and it is raining.
Is it?
It is raining.
I'm gonna run
There
on
are
board for a second. Oh, there is a little bit of drizzle coming down. Heavy
there is
Chalice,
some rain.
Heavy Chalice isn't like a cloud now. He's master strategist now.
Master strategist.
He's now the chess player.
We're not playing checkers over here, boys. We are playing chess. It's going to be really interesting to see what these what these top five and the rest of the field want to do. Because Heavy Chalice is about to have a 20-second something lead if all these guys pit.
I wonder if it's anticipated for the rain to stick around.
Pablo, get your sources. Let us know.
Yeah, is the rain gonna stick around? And I agree with you, Pablo. Heavy Chalice shouldn't be pushing it too hard too quick. I don't think the track is that wet. We'll see depending on what these guys on the slicks do. But if I'm the guys on the slicks, if I'm Fragley, I'm getting on with it now. Like your time on the slicks are limited at this point. You gotta get on with this race.
Yep. You gotta go now. He's gonna wait till the last corner, but he's gonna get a pretty good jump.
And Drag King has got a pretty good jump on Serrazo. He's gonna stick with them pretty well. Wit J is up in the P5 right now.
Yep. Oh, Heavy Chalice does have a run.
We had a V-carb in the back that got a little squirrely out of turn one. That was Beige Rage. Serrazo and Drag King right now going a little side by side through turn three. Looks like Serrazo got the momentum out of the corner.
Heavy Chalice already up one position.
See, Drag King is going to have a hard time getting on the brakes here. A little close from Drag King on Serrazo.
About Rex.
I saw that. Yes. It was kind of hard to tell from the stream cam, but Heavy Chalice as well. He's sticking with these cars. I think it's time for these guys to come in.
It is time because he has the grip. He's got the pace. He's going to send it down the inside on Drag King. Drag King lets him go. I think all these guys are coming in now. They got to. Excellent strategy call from Heavy Chalice. And you got C9 Wolf back there too. He's also on the inners already. And he's probably going to inherit P2 after all these pit stops.
He's definitely going to inherit P2, but with that 3-second time penalty, it's just going to come down to whether the guys that are pitting right now are going to be able to catch up. And Red Arrow and Inception, they stayed out for another lap. That is, I'd say, a strategy blunder.
Yep. I would have just pit, especially for Red Arrow. We know he's got the pace to be up there with these guys. But he definitely should have pit, especially since he was in front of his teammate who did pit.
Ooh, yeah, and Red Arrow's going to go off, potentially at turn 4. He almost did. He definitely struggled to get the car slowed down. Watching his onboard for a second, definitely did not look nice at all.
Yeah, he is struggling. All these hard guys are struggling. They're going to lose everything that they're going to fall to the back of the pack after these pit stops. Oh, Inception is in the dirt.
Yes, but looking like the real life Austria F1 race with the way strategy got guys going off the track, and at least Inception didn't pull an Oscar Piastri and beach himself, but
that is true. That is true.
And
all these hard guys are coming in now, so it's going to be all enters for everybody. So Heavy Chalice comes away with an 8-second lead over C9 Wolf. So we started clowning them at first, but we're just commentators. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we ate our words. I wonder what happened though, because Fragley has a 5-second gap on Drag King. Something must have happened or whatever for them to get like just so bogged down.
And it's probably everybody pitting at once. Maybe he couldn't get out of the pits as quick as he wanted to.
Yeah, but that is very peculiar. I wonder if the Ferraris had the double stack though. They did. They did. They actually both did come in at
Yep,
the same time. So yeah, Sarrazzle kind of got
yep.
caught out on that one, not being in front of his teammate. Sarrazzle's got that penalty anyway, so as far as like team play works, it's kind of works out for Fragley to be the one to be able to pit first between the two Ferraris. But yeah, after all that though, it kind of spread our cars out. We got some decent midfield battles going on at the moment though. B Boogie is in his Red Bull sandwich at the moment.
Yep. Oh, ASAP Loggy gets a good run on Red Arrow coming down the main straight. Red Arrow didn't lose as many positions as I thought he would, which is surprising.
Would you be able to check out some position changes?
I sure can.
See if there's anything notable. I would pull up my, but I don't want to take up too much of the screen.
So the big one right now is C9 Wolf, 15 spots from where he started. Did the same strategy as Heavy Chalice, so that was the call. Does have the 3-second time penalty, but everybody else, ones and twos up and down the field. Not any major changes through the rest of the field. I'd say as far as the biggest, I'd say the biggest loser out of this whole ordeal that would be Sarrazzle. He's only down one from where he started, but he was up there in the top 3 before the rain.
Fragley, I'd say, is also like a big loser as well because he was looking like he could potentially even win the race, and yeah, with that with the Heavy Chalice going on the inner tires when he did, definitely put a lot Fragley on the back foot, and he's gonna have to really push it. As we got B Boogie, Whitjay, and Red Arrow almost 3 wide on the main straight. But when Red Arrow hits the back of B Boogie, gets a little bogged down. But this is some good. We got good clean racing though for the most part going on between the guys in P7 through P10, 11. This is definitely the most like an exciting battle we got on track at the moment. Is Inception gets a 3-second penalty.
3 seconds. Everybody's got penalties. Has 3 seconds right now, except Rob's boy. He's got 9. Looking at the gap up to P2 though, Fragley is closed that down about 2 seconds in one lap.
Oh. Another thing of note, as far as like Fragley being able to catch back up, is I wonder how much Heavy Chalice's tires could have worn before the rain started. Probably not too much, but it could have been. Maybe they could have started off a little hotter than they should have been too.
I think it was about a lap and a half completely dry on those tires before it started raining. And plus those laps were under safety car too. So
I'm not too sure exactly what happened, but Red Arrow is kind of falling out of that group from P7, P8, P9.
Yeah, he's just struggling on exit. Can't get the car, can't get traction. One thing I've noticed the past few laps.
Pablo's banking on guys pitting again off these intermediate tires for more intermediates. I think they can make it.
I don't think they can. Intermediate tires last about as long as I think the mediums do. But could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm 90% wrong anyway, so. I'm not a strategist. I'm the worst strategist there is. That's my teammate Speedy from last season.
Yeah, Fragley really has to get by C9 Wolf right now if he has any hopes of catching up to Heavy Chalice.
He needs to. He's used all his ERS. That gap's grown for Heavy Chalice to 17 seconds. So he needs to get going because all the longer he waits, these guys behind him are going to close in too. So right now it's kind of a race for P2.
If you're Fragley, you got like two things probably going through your mind, like please give us a safety car, but at the same time, it could be like risky for him to have like a safety car come out. It could potentially bring some other guys closer to him that anything could happen and take him out of P2. But I know he's looking for a win here. I know he's banking on one.
Yep, he gets the move done. So now it's just eyes forward, chase down the leader. 17 seconds with what, 16, 17 laps to go.
Safety car would not feed families.
No.
Pablo, it's a good one.
I just noticed too, C9 Wolf does have some wing damage, so that's gonna
oh really
allow those other guys to close in.
Oh yeah, that right end plate. I wonder when he would have gotten that.
Could have been under. My best guess would be under safety car.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I wonder, maybe he got it before then, and maybe his team just didn't change the wing. That's another thing.
Yeah.
I've had that happen way too many times. Red Arrows just got past ASAP Laggy. He's looking to get a move done on B Boogie. And it looks like that move is going to stick. Is ASAP Laggy going to have a run on B Boogie? Doesn't quite appear so, but B Boogie, I'm sure, is going to want to get this move back on Red Arrow.
There you go, Drag King moves up to P3, so he's gonna start taking down Fragley. Fragley's already he dropped the gap down a half a second in a lap, so.
Bandut's already on the back of a C9 as well, and he's gonna send it down the inside. Gonna run C9 Wolf a little wide, and Sarrazzle's gonna come in and try to get the spot too.
Comes in through there too.
That's 3 spots down for C9 Wolf in a matter of a few corners.
I think that was more of giving Bandut the space and then not having the grip to run a little wide. I don't think Bandut necessarily ran him off the track there.
Yeah, definitely more fair to say. But the Red Bulls are sitting comfortably P7 and P8. I'm sure they want more, but they got a long way to go to the next car in front of them.
I think Whitjay actually has the pace advantage over Red Arrow right now. Red Arrow was strong in the rain last week, but he's struggling here this week in it.
You said Whitjay is hard to pass, so in a way it could work out for Whitjay to be the car of the Red Bull to pass first.
Yes.
Ooh, and B-Boogie's poking it down the inside. He makes contact.
Oh, yep. I was on board with Whitjay there.
Oh, it's going to be a huge kerfuffle of cars. And
oh, there's a big wreck. Whitjay out of the race, and that's going to bring out a safety car. No way.
I think that was.
Oh, no.
I think that was Rob's boy that got into him.
It was your Rosboy ASAP. They were all kind of fighting for real estate right there on the exit of that corner, trying to get traction, and off they go. And that's going to erase Heavy Chalice's lead. I'm glad I saw that live. Oh, Sarrazzle with a 10-second penalty under safety car for collision.
Unfortunately, we don't have have like an instant replay feature like some of the PC streamers for Contest Speed have, but yeah, it's unfortunate. I do agree with Pablo. I think Sarrazzle's just gonna have to get that removed by Stewart's post race. I wish I'd seen what happened. I mean, if it happened coming into the pit lane, then he might not get it.
Well, it was for collision, so I don't.
I wonder if it was.
I think it was.
Oh no, they didn't come into the pit lane.
No, it happened. It happened up in turn 1 whenever they were coming down the straight. I think it was just the delta time, because these guys are watching them right now. They're really like going, and then they're hitting the brakes really hard, trying to get the delta time.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean it was Sarrazzle's fault either. Maybe it's possible Bandit might have did something.
Heavy Chalice is in the pits.
Oh, getting on some fresh intermediate tires. Fragley gonna stay out. Can't say I blame him necessarily. Got to keep the track position. Sarrazzle's going to come in though. He's going to have to get that penalty removed to get some fresh tires on.
Yep.
Van Duke
Oh,
speeding in the
Van
pit
Duke,
lane.
10 seconds speeding in the pit lane.
Damn, that's got to be
Oh
the
no.
weakest speeding penalty I've ever seen. He was cruising into his right across the pit line. Yeah, Fragley might get swarmed here on the restart with those 9-lap old intermediates if they're that worn out.
Yeah, two good strategy calls by Heavy Chalice so far, in my opinion.
I
I
don't
think
think
the rain is really gonna help him, hold everybody off because he doesn't have to worry about the DRS.
I think depending on the gaps coming up here, I think it could be worth for Fragley to pit and get off those intermediate tires.
Well, I think the safety car is gonna slow him. The safety car is gonna slow him down right here too much to where if he pits here, I think he's at least gonna lose 4 or 5 positions, I believe.
He'll at least lose a couple.
Yeah, he's definitely losing 3, 4 at this point because you're about to have 6 cars in the queue.
Yeah, I still don't know how worth it would be. Yeah, he's just gonna stay out. I mean, I think he'll be all right. I don't think he's gonna get his bodied as hard as Pablo thinks he's gonna be. But yeah, I think it should be alright. Fragley's a good driver. Quick. I think that'll be able to make up for it.
As Hip Tonic is gonna go a lap down in the pit lane. That is unfortunate for him, unless he beats the safety car out right here, which I think he might.
Oh,
Oh,
he did.
that is close.
It's like that, like Lightning McQueen moment.
That was the fastest pit stop I've ever seen.
Man had Guido. Pete stop. But looking at penalties again, though, I mean, if McRib can stick with these guys, he will probably be able to climb up a lot of spots. Same with Hysteria. Hysteria has a chance to really take advantage of all these guys with 3-second penalties. There's a lot more penalties than I thought there was going to be, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, and
The
7th
top.
Flame as a drive-through. I didn't notice that.
I
Rob's
just
boy with
noticed
12 seconds.
the top 3 is penalty free so far. Everybody else down the, like you said, the McRib has penalties. I think like you said, if McRib just hangs close, he's looking at like P4 as it stands right now. As long as everything stays close. Still long race to go. You know, a lot more things could happen. So. Heavy Chalice almost hits the safety car. I'd be giving that safety car some space, brother.
Oh, apparently somebody pressed the, yeah, apparently someone, at least according to what I'm seeing in the chat, or readied up too soon. The start of the race.
I think that's up to the drivers to really.
We're supposed to wait a certain amount of time, but yeah, I definitely didn't think they waited that long or whatever. But yeah, I guess
it was longer. It was longer than last week.
Yeah, it was definitely longer than last week. By how much, I don't know, but we might have to make it a bit more obvious for people going forward.
Anybody watching the stream, pay attention to your announcement. I think we put that in there. I don't know how many times.
If you're watching this back and you're in AM2, please wait for the lobby host to press start.
Safety car is in this lap. If I'm Heavy Chalice, I'm probably going to wait a little bit, knowing that Fragley's on some older tires in a way. I don't think I would. I mean,
you might just want to get on with it, low-key.
Maybe. I would want to make it to where Fragley does not have a good exit and cannot get the power down. That is what I would want to do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. want to notice real quick before we get back going. Hysteria now with a McRib out of the equation is in a sandwich of guys that have penalties. He
Hey,
is
hey,
in a great spot.
like I said last week, he's one of the guys that seems to kind of benefit from stuff and is always up there. Heavy
Drag
Cows
King
gets
is
a good restart.
Drag King already looking to make a move on Fragly to make a little
Oh,
bit of
bit of
contact.
contact. I thought that was about to be another huge accident. But this is what Heavy Chalice wants to not doesn't want to see Drag King in front, but definitely wanted to see them battling.
So that almost ended in disaster for Fragly and Drag King, but good play on both of them, keeping it clean. Go a little bit further back down the field. Hysteria and Sarazzle. Oh, there's a huge kerfuffle of cars. They're almost. Oh!
Hysteria, hold on to it, Hysteria.
Oh, ASAP Loggy kind of got screwed over. He got Hysteria got a little oversteer and got into ASAP Loggy, pushing him off the track. I wonder if any damage came out of that from any of them.
Looks pretty clean so far.
Rob's is gonna have a good run on Deep Bogey in the turn one.
Oh, they're both gonna run a little wide.
It's just gonna continue on to this next corner. Maybe not, maybe not. We're gonna come back up to, further up the field. Got some close racing everywhere. Mid-pack putting on a show tonight. Drag King though.
Fragly. Yeah, Drag King's coming up. I was gonna say Fragly is dropping off a little bit, but Drag King, he's keeping that gap right there about half a second. DRS would help, but I think Drag King maybe has the pace to potentially keep this close.
Yeah, definitely hasn't fallen too far back, but yeah, it's definitely not. His tires definitely aren't helping him. That's for sure. Van Dude's staying pretty close, so he does have that 10-second penalty. I forgot about that. It's not gonna matter too much.
Another 3 seconds for Beige.
Depending on how much time this top four can extend out, Van Dude might not actually lose too many spots. This is getting to get by Fragly here. Fragly's gonna go for the switchback. He's gonna get that spot back on Van Dude. This might continue on into the next corner, though. Van Dude's looking to the inside. It's just not going to be far enough alongside. And, ooh, Fragly must have had a moment. Van Dude's kind of coming back at him.
Yeah, fair play for Van Dude to do this, because we know Fragly is on the more worn tire, and the gap to P2 is not P2, P5, 3 seconds to those guys.
Oh,
so
Van Dude just picks up another 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit talking.
You're good starting out with you there. That's fun. I want to make sure I got
Oh no, you're fine. I was just talking about him potentially like getting the gap to where that 10 seconds might not mean as much.
Oh,
and then picks up another 3. Yep.
And so Sarazzle being he's sitting all right, I suppose. I mean, he at the moment Hysteria is still in the mix. He's definitely primed to gain a lot of spots here, and Hysteria's actually going to be looking for a move on Red Arrow now. Maybe in Sarazzle too. Oh, he gets a little bit of a drift, a little bit of a rear lock.
They're four wide.
Oh,
4 wide. They're sideways in the wall.
They're getting put to the wall. Hysteria's got damage now.
Yep, Hysteria's got damage. AO's got damage. Oh, what about Sarazzle? Does Sarazzle have damage? They check out. Oh my God, Sarazzle's got damage too. They were 4 wide coming out of turn 3 right there.
Man. Yeah, if you're the car in the middle of that situation, you almost just gotta back out right there. That's just it's tricky, especially when the car to your right is already kind of starting to get hooked on you. Man, yeah, not
And
too much they could do.
just the way the track kind of funnels in right there. Everybody funnels toward the right. So
Saying that it all started with Hysteria, just getting that rear lock, breaking a little bit too deep into turn 3, and doing a little Tokyo drift into turn 3. And as Drag King is going to make a move on Heavy Chalice for the lead.
Drag King has closed that up, and
Ooh,
he's
a
going to.
little bit of
Oh,
contact.
Heavy Chalice, I think, got on the curb a little bit, got sideways. Or was there contact? I didn't catch it.
Yeah, a little bit of contact it seemed, but I don't think there's anything too malicious, but it definitely unsettled Heavy Chalice's car. And Inception and Red Air are going to go side by side here into turn 4. Yellow flag in the back, that is, I think C9? Yeah, I think it's C9 now.
Yep. Just want to point out real quick, Bandut's gap to Red Arrow is 7 seconds now. So that penalty may not be as costly.
I mean, it's only about 5 laps left. I mean,
Yep.
anything could happen, but yeah, I think Bandut's going to drop out top 5. Probably even the top 6 or 7, honestly, too.
He should still get some points at least.
Oh, yeah, he'll get points, for
Should.
sure. He just won't be coming home with what I'm sure he had hoped to get today.
Yep.
But a good performance from Heavy Chalice, though, showing us what he's made of this week, after not being able to last week. Inception and Red Arrow still duking it out. If I'm Red Arrow, I mean, you definitely do want to get in front of him if you really think you're faster. Do not make that penalty hurt quite as bad, but I mean, at this point, just keep it on the track, keep her clean. There's really not too much else you can hope to gain. Any kind of like crazy battling at this point could just derail everything you've worked for.
Yeah. As of right now, biggest beneficiary of the penalties would be B Boogie.
Right, yeah, those penalties are definitely gonna serve B Boogie pretty well. If B Boogie just needs to get a little bit closer, and he might be able to get P5 out of this. Razzle, he's looking for a move on soul flat top. I don't know if he's going to try it though with that damage. I mean, he might. He's peeling out right here. Coming up to turn 3. Still, soul flat top looked like he tried to make a little bit of send, made a little bit of contact with Serrazzle's right rear, but nothing too crazy. Serrazzle's gotten ahead on the spot. ASAP Vloggy might be even looking for a move now. He's going to decide against it though. When soul flat top gets a little squirrely out of turn 4. I want to come back up to the leaders though for a moment though. Hopefully a lot riding on these final few laps for both of these drivers. Does Heavy Chalice have what it takes?
Looking at the ERS management too on the top 2, C9 or not C9, but CCR Jacking is using a lot of ERS. He's sitting about 20%, and Heavy Chalice sitting about 65, and not burning really anything. As Drag King's burning it and everything down the straight.
And you said Drag King's new, right? You didn't race with
I
him
believe
before?
so. I have not seen him before. Nope.
Well,
I think he just got added this week potentially.
Yeah, so if he does win this race, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that he is brand new.
Hang on, Davey, but he's burning a lot of ERS. Heavy Chalice is doing a great job saving all this stuff and making Drag King use everything he's got.
I don't think Heavy Chalice has won before too in cause. I mean, at the moment we got potentially one of these two dudes could be brand new contest speed winners.
I think Heavy Chalice used to go by a different name, didn't
Oh yeah, he went by
he?
Kane before. I
Yeah,
remember.
I
Okay.
think he has won one before, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, you're right about that. Forgot about that.
If
Honestly, it's been so long since his name has been Kane. Frankly, though, it looks like Banduke got by him. If I'm Fragley at this point, though, yeah, just kind of just ride the wave behind Bandu at this point. Just let him go as much as he wants to. It's not going to make too much of a difference at this point. You're going to still keep P3.
just keep it in between the lines, don't wreck, good to go. Be a good result for him this week too. After what happened last week, I believe it was him, him or Sarrazzle. I can't remember exactly when I'm gonna drive through with like 5 laps to go.
Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly. I remember who it was, to be honest. But look, because it's trying to come up to some lap traffic at the moment.
I don't think that's not a big deal. There's no DRS right now. Oh,
Oh!
Heavy Chalice! Oh my gosh! I think that's gonna give Drag King the win.
Yeah, I think that seals the deal right there.
Yeah, but it ain't over. Still a lap and a half. Drag King can do the same thing.
Yeah, he definitely could, but yeah, he definitely doesn't have to drive as hard as he had to before anymore. I sure wouldn't be. I'd be cruising at this point.
I think Heavy Chalice hit the overtake button right on the exit of that corner and just wasn't expecting the wheel spin. I think that's what happened because I was looking at ERS and he had it down to like half a tenth gap. I think he was going to probably try to make a move right there.
I'm still sad we don't have Whitjay up in the mix anymore. He was looking like he was on for a decent finish. Could have been a good day for the Red Bull team. Haas is going to secure some decent points today. Depending on where Bandit finishes or whatever. I mean, it's still a good day for McLaren with Heavy Chalice being up there, but it's what could have been if Bandit didn't get that speeding penalty.
Yep. Just real quick, right before we end this race, I want to point out that all these guys are struggling. It's almost like it's like full wet conditions now. Like I'm just looking at like everybody up and down through the field. They cannot stay on the track hardly.
It does definitely seem pretty moist out there. That's for sure.
That word.
Well, with the final lap being here and now, Drag King is going to be coming through the final few corners here. He just needs to make it through here nice and clean. Looks like he does. And Drag King is going to be round 2 winner at Austria. I almost said Australia.
Who put Australia and Austria right there?
Yeah,
debut winner as far as I'm tracking.
Right, yeah. Brand new winner for Contest Speak. Congrats. It's like good stuff, good stuff. Heavy Chalice going to come home P2. Fragley P3. Inception with Bandu with getting those penalties is going to be P4 and Boogie P5. But yeah, P4, P5 for the Haas is good finish right there. If Bandu was just 3/10 quicker, he would have kept the top 5. But that's neither here nor there. It's Sarrazzle P7, Red Arrow P8, Hysteria P9, McRib P10, and round out your top 10. And then going on to the final positions, you got ASAP Loggy, IO, C9 Wolf, Soul Flat Top, Beige Rage, Rob's Boy, Seventh Flame, Hypnotic with your non-finishers of Witj and FTG. Definitely not how I expected this race to go here today. Do you have what would you say is your most memorable moment from the race?
I think a lot of it was wild. I believe the most memorable moment would be Heavy Chalice with the ultimate strategy call. We all kind of dogged him for it, but it turned out good. P2 finished for him after what happened last week.
Right, he definitely made us eat our words with that one. But I'd say I'm gonna put two in there. I'd say my most memorable moment would be like the two wrecks we got with the one that ended with Jay's life and the one that saw Sarazzle, Hysteria, and I forget who else into the barriers outside of turn three. Hysteria could have came home with a lot more points than he did. It would have been really nice for Aston Martin, seeing as I'm also Aston Martin, but for AM1. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, excellent racing here tonight. A little bit tricky with the track conditions, but I think for the most part it was fairly clean for the most part. I think there was, obviously with those crashes or whatever. I think that was just kind of down to, just racing incidents, the conditions, just
Conditions, everything like that. Yeah.
right, adverse circumstances. But yeah, Drag King ends up being your winner here at round two at Austria.
Yep. Two brand new winners of Contest of Speed. Um, Good way to start AM2 season 16, in my opinion. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of it. Two different winners. It looks like anybody can really win a race in this tier so far. So
Absolutely. So how many race winners are we going to see this season?
I think we had six last season. So
Hmm. Well, unfortunately, we are not going to be able to get Drag King or Heavy Chalice into the booth unless Heavy Chalice has a PlayStation account. But yeah, I don't think they do. I'm just gonna go ahead and just get Fragley in here so we can get things all wrapped up for the night. And we're just gonna be waiting on him here for a second. See if he
hey, if
joins
anybody
up.
is still listening in the stream, I want to know because I was just thinking about this. Who does the contest of speed? I want to know whose voice that is because that's legendary and it cracks me up every time.
I think it's one of the Europeans. I just don't know which one.
I think so too, but it's always like, heck yeah, the contest of speed.
I'm gonna message Fragley on Discord real quick. See, I'm gonna give him about a minute to respond or join, and if he doesn't join, I guess we'll just wrap things up for the night. But I'm gonna take a quick little look at the standings last week and see if there's anything that sticks out as far as maybe even a new championship leader potentially, possibly. Actually, I don't think so because Bandit still did finish fairly well. But I'm gonna see if there's anything notable I could find.
Yeah, I think Bandu's still going to be the championship leader after the chaos that kind of happened tonight and especially last week.
B Boogie might find himself in a pretty good spot. That's two P5 finishes in a row. So I'll be curious to see how the points add up after this race in B Boogie's favor potentially. But he might find himself up there. I think Fragley will probably jump him by a few points, but he'll definitely be in like top three, top four for standings.
Yeah.
But we do got Fragley in here now, so we're gonna go ahead and I guess roll on over into the interviews for the race since he's the only PlayStation driver the top three we can get in here. Fragley, you had a really good start. Things were looking really good for you, but heavy chalice though going on to the intermediate tires on that first safety car kind of derailed the momentum you had gained. What are your thoughts on the race? Right. And so you didn't consider coming in. Did you consider coming in on the second safety car to get fresh inners? Yeah, say I don't know if I said it would. I think I was wondering because some of the guys just stayed out on hards like for a lot longer than um like because I expected more people to pit for inners if it was going to rain that soon, you know. But so I was wondering yeah, if you guys were staying out, just thinking it wouldn't stick around long. But anyways, with that being said, still good finish from you though. DK, do you have any questions for Mr. Fragley here tonight?
I don't necessarily, but I'm waiting on that Ferrari win. Like we talk about y'all a lot. When's it coming?
Not really.
I believe you. I think it's coming.
All right, so with that being said, that claim being said, we're looking at Saudi Arabia next week. How are you feeling about that? How are you in Sarazel? How's the team feeling? Right. After the first two races, though, who do you feel is your main rival? Absolutely, yeah. Definitely anybody can win. I mean, we got two different race winners so far, and both races have kind of had some strategy elements mixed into them that have definitely changed the course of the race. Definitely hasn't been just a straightforward, green flag, the finish dry race. And with Saudi Arabia, that's going to be a dry race. I mean, if it rains there, that's be crazy. But so yeah, next week is going to be a pretty standard race as far as weather goes. It's just really going to come down to safety cars for sure. Absolutely. But Fragley, yeah, good finish, man. Happy to see you on the podium here tonight. And yeah, if no one else has anything else to say, I'll wrap things up. Anyone else got anything to say? All right. So, yeah, silence for the most part. I'll take it as a no. No one really has anything. But yeah, Fragley, been great
I'm
having you,
good.
man. Not a problem. This has been Contest Speed AM2 round two at Austria, and you all have a great night.